What's up, y'all? Welcome to Counterpoint. Some of y'all may not like this video. If you're quick to jump into your emotions, especially as a African American, black, whatever you choose to go by, you may not like this video. I'm sure by now, if you pay attention to social media, you are hearing people say that black people are some of the biggest racists in America. Listen to me well. In my opinion, did you hear me? Did you hear what I said? In my opinion, I believe that to be true. But I know we live in a time where people would like you or not like you, unalive you, unfollow you. Family members don't fool with you if you carry a difference of opinion. I understand that. I get it. Everybody's sensitive now. There was just another body found on August 3rd in Jackson, Mississippi. A young lady, 29 years old, was found hanging. According to the police, the body could have been there between 3 or 4 days. And without any, before the investigation could even really get started, definitely without any proof, definitely without any conclusion, the and I'm separating here the emotional blacks, not all blacks, the emotional blacks, the ones that get triggered easy, the ones that watched a couple movies about racism, not the ones that grew up in it for real, but the ones that have just heard how blacks have been treated, mind you, mostly during Jim Crow. We know black people have been done wrong now, trust me. But we're not using a victim type for this video. We're not doing that. We know black people have been done wrong. We get it. We know they can be pulled over in their cars for, your light was out. When 50 white people went by with their lights out, you didn't check them, but you pulled them over because you want to check for drugs and weapons. We get it. We get it. We get it. But this stuff that's going on in Mississippi, most people ain't lived through the real racism of white folks. Black girl 29 hanging from a tree, Jackson, Mississippi. And immediately the emotional blacks are saying, it's a lynching. People are online saying, it's time for us to fight back. It's time for us to give them a taste of their own medicine. Give who a taste? Fight what back? Who are you? That's what shows how easily triggered some black people can be. You don't even slow, and y'all really think that y'all gonna be able to really do any damage, and nobody among y'all, and I'm talking about the emotional side, which I'm sure is a small portion of the full black community, but on social media it's gonna make it seem like it's more. But we only 13%, so a small portion is still a lot. If you can't think strategic enough to slow down and let the enemy reveal themselves, then how you gonna know where to strike? And more than likely, with your ignorant self, you're gonna strike the wrong person, the wrong system. You gotta slow down, emotional black folk. You got people online saying, I know she didn't do it because black folks don't hang themselves. How you going to make a comment like that when just a year ago, what was his name? Trey Reed from what was it, Delta University, Delta something like that in Mississippi, hung himself. Everybody went crazy. Oh, white man, white man, white man. Gonna find out his girlfriend was already kind of privy to the situation, that he had already said that he was gonna kind of do something like that. Everybody, you ain't hear nothing else about it, because all the emotion that black people had to be quiet. He gonna say black people don't hang themselves. 30% of those that unalive themselves is due to some type of suffocation, which could include hanging as well. It's not popular amongst anybody. Unless sometimes unless you go to prison or something, you can get a hold of a belt or a bed sheet or something like that and do yourself in. It's not probably the go-to, but we do. So stop. We do because we just did it. Trey just did it a year ago. Name another state in the United States where we heard within the last year of a black person hanging themselves. To me, it was Mississippi. So what are we talking about? Then before the investigation starts, it don't matter, y'all, because the evidence gonna come back. They're gonna try to say it was unaliving, but we know better. So you don't trust law enforcement. You don't trust law enforcement because you still have this 1955 Jim Crow, all white people can hide paperwork and fingerprints. That's how you think. You really don't believe that technology is so advanced now that they can tell pretty much when something happened. Look at this camera, this camera, this camera. See the license plates leaving, coming, and going. Somebody's ring camera on the door. They're able to make connections. You really think that you living in a time where white folks can see something happen and look the other way? Cause we not gonna speak out against our own kind, and we gonna let them get. You really think that's the world we live in? Before the investigation even gets started, we already seen if it come back to say that she did it herself, that we know they lying and they hiding the truth. You don't even trust the investigators that's on the scene. However, the chief of police in Jackson is a black woman. Matter of fact, she has a doctorate. A black woman who has a doctorate, if I'm not mistaken, in business management and leadership, an academic doctorate, not a physician. She has an academic doctorate. A black woman is leading that investigation. And the emotional blacks on social media and sprinkled out across the United States is so convinced. And somebody say it took a high ladder at the fire truck. So how could she do it to herself? Then how could the same energy it would take for somebody else to drag her up there and do it? We so emotional. Jackson has a black population of about 82 to 83%. Let me give you a better number that you can understand. 4 out of 5 people in that town is black. And y'all would rather believe that somehow some white men or a white man or a white woman, but y'all probably think it's a man, had to, because he knew that the cameras, when the ring cameras and the street cameras was there, he snuck through the back of the woods, came up and snatched a 29-year-old black girl that nobody heard scream or holler. was able to drag her to a vacant building, which one black girl was on there talk. She didn't even know what the word vacant meant, and she thought it was a vacation house. She made a whole video about how somebody got unalive behind a vacation house. It's vacant house. But we think they snuck through the woods, grabbed a healthy 29-year-old black woman, and y'all know black when we they kick and scream and they go to carrying on and ain't nobody heard nothing. Had to pick her up, I'm assuming, right, from wherever they was at, drag her, pick her up behind a vacant building, and climb a tree that it took a fire truck ladder to get it down. That's what we believe. Instead of just saying, is it possible in a town where 4 out of 5 people are black? Is it possible? Does it make more sense to believe? To me, it makes more sense to believe with no evidence, just going off of the situation. You ain't see nobody wrote on the back of the building the N word. You ain't seen nothing that told you this was a racial situation. Nothing. See, if y'all pay attention, since you want to keep that Jim Crow mentality, look at how whites was getting away with things. They didn't even have to try to hide it because they knew they were going to get off because we were considered as nothing. You don't see no racial nothing. No spray paint, no N-word, no watermelon painted on the side of the vacant building. You don't see none of that. 3 days later, we find, unfortunately, may her soul rest in peace, 29-year-old black woman hanging from a tree. And immediately, we say, boy, the white folks is taking us out down there in Mississippi. Oh, they done took Nolan Wells out. We ain't got no proof on that. It's going to come back. It won't. Anyway, boy, they taking them out. You got folks talking about, that's why I ain't going nowhere without my pew-pew. And listen, y'all. Listen to me. I'm not taking this video down. Okay, don't matter the outcome. If I'm wrong, I will come back and say I was wrong as a man and a human being is supposed to be. But I almost assure you, with the same non-evidence that they got, I'm gonna use the same non-evidence. In a town of 82% black and a black sheriff or a black police chief, woman, obviously she's gonna be very passionate about finding out what happened. I don't know why y'all don't realize that women stick up for women and they want to get to the bottom of it and they don't want no nonsense going on. Trust me, when it all said and done, it's gonna be one of two things. Number one, she did it to herself. Number two, it was done by somebody she knew, was close to, and they're black. Those are the two things. You watch what I tell you. I ain't taking this video down. What I come to tell you is, and I know nobody's going to change because it's just social media and we don't really come here to get information to change. We just come to look at the drama and the topics and give our opinion and move on. Ain't nobody really going and changing like this. You know, social media is some Harvard course. I get it. But black folks who are emotional, y'all got to cut it out. Every time somebody black dies in Mississippi or because they hung around white folk, it don't mean white people did. It don't mean that. Y'all got to chill out. Okay? This is not 1955 where you can just make fingerprints disappear. Technology and science and investigation are really good at what they do. And if you don't trust white folk, this ain't no boss hole running Hazard County. This is a female doctor. Black. Can you trust her? Okay. If you can trust her, when it comes out that it was either self-inflicted or done by somebody she knew, and when they flash the picture, it's gonna be black. Just remember, man, I let my emotions get the best of me. Just maybe next time I'll slow down before I just start blaming white folk, who we say is really racist.